Hey Hafza.
Hi, welcome. Welcome to my studio. You finally made it. This is my studio and this is where all the magic happens.
Okay.
I spend a lot of time here designing. So this is my recent collection, which is the Hidi Dakhan collection.
Okay.
It's inspired by the traditional Somali colours. So if you see here, if you could just come closely and look. So it's all digitally printed. All of this is hand drawn and then printed onto the fabric. This is one of the original drawings. So as you can see, so everything's hand drawn and then digitally printed. And then I manipulate the colours on Photoshop. Yeah, so this is mostly worn by brides, because it's like taking inspiration from the traditional one which they wear. And again, as you can see, the colours, I've got the gold, the red, there is a green one, but it's out of stock at the moment. So yeah, this is the latest one, which is the rose print. So again, this is all hand painted and then printed onto the fabric.
So what's this here?
So this is the traditional one.
Yeah.
Traditional Somali Hidi Dakhan. So as you can see, I've taken inspiration from the colours, and I really wanted to do it as closely as possible, but then still playing around with the concept by introducing my floral designs, because a lot of my work is. But then, as you can see here, I kind of wanted like this is woven, so I just wanted that kind of aspect to the design as well. Yeah, and I think traditionally we've got such a beautiful, fabric and textiles, and I wanted to explore it in my own way as a designer myself. So yeah, that's the inspiration. So, and this collection consists of the green, the gold, and the red so far. But hopefully, I want to develop it, have a lot more colours come in. So.
Is there any way you can show us what the process is like?
Yes, of course. So I'm going to show you a couple of Photoshop files on how I develop the prints, and then you can get a more deeper understanding. So as you can see, I work a lot on Photoshop, and I manipulate a lot of my designs after they've been painted, they've been drawn, and then I just play around with the layering and the composition, the scale, and also the colours. The one thing about Photoshop, it gives you that freedom to just play around and come back to the original. So this is like my baby, Photoshop. I love it so much. It gives you that kind of space, to play around. And I really want to just continue playing around and, experimenting and seeing what I can do. I also want to add a lot more, maybe more sequences to it. So yeah, and who knows, watch out for another line very soon.
One question, last question, Hafza. When you go from that sketch to that,
yeah.
Do you already have the image fully formed in your head?
So at the beginning, I just have, it's weird to explain.
Yeah.
Like I have a vision.
So
of how
do you see that? Do you see that?
I see it.
You see that, yeah?
Yeah, I see it before, but alhamdulillah. And then I manipulate it and work on it. But yeah, at first I just see a vision, and the first thing I want to do is just go and draw it and paint it and experiment.
It's amazing that you already see that. That's already in your mind, and then you just go about doing it.
Yeah, most of the time. And I enjoy the process. I love the design process. That's my favourite part, because after the design process, there's a lot more, especially as an entrepreneur, like there's so much you have to do with having a business. But this is my favourite part, the whole process.
Hafza, thank you so much for taking us with you into your studio and your space.
Thank you for coming. I really enjoyed today.
This has been an incredible experience. I don't have a creative bone in my body.
I'm sure you do. I think everyone is creative.
But I really feel my creativity, I feel inspired.
That's good, because we've got the art workshop later on today, where we're going to be doing some heat pressing and things like that. So maybe you can have a go, and Fatah as well, and you guys can have a little bit creative competition going on. So, and then we'll see what happens. Okay,
that's going to be really cool. But Hafza, I need you to be a judge that's not too fair.
I will have to be fair. I'm always fair. I have to be fair. But I'll be honest. Okay?
You'll be honest, okay.
And I'll tell you my honest opinion.
Honest opinion, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Trying to do the SSCOPE logo.
Yeah? Okay.
I haven't drawn it in years.
How many years? Give me a number.
14 years
Okay, so you're gonna go from 14 years no drawing.
to this
Listen.
masterpiece. Do you work with rubbers or do you have rubbers in that?
You have rubbers, but just be free. Do whatever you want, really. There's no pressure.
I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a bit of pressure. There's a little bit of pressure.
Some deformed. You know what?
Dude, it's a great start. Listen, it will find the
It's
shape.
trying to be a circle, so I need a rubber.
6.5 hours later.
Final. How do you feel?
To be honest, I'm not too keen on it.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out when we print it out. Yeah. And this is mine. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too keen on it either. But you know, we'll see how it turns out, and we'll have to announce which is the best one. Who do you think is gonna win? I reckon it might be you. Still.
To be honest, you.
I reckon we'll see. I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
lie.
even trying to be humble.
I'm genuinely not trying to be humble, bro. I genuinely think it's gonna be you. But we'll see inshallah.
So we're gonna do this one first.
Listen, you do what you have to do, fam.
Okay. Bismillah, you ready, yeah?
Bismillah.
Just to make sure, because now I feel under pressure. So you guys are having a competition.
Listen, no pressure.
Wait.
Listen, if his goes faulty, it's him. If mine goes wrong, then it's the machine.
Alright, it's done.
Alright.
Ooh, look at it. Ooh,
okay.
Ooh, okay.
Stupendous.
This is better than I
Better than
expected.
expected, huh?
Genuinely better than I expected. Look at that.
How would you
That came out good.
Listen, that came out nice.
To be honest, nah.
Nah, listen, I reckon yours might be better
That
still.
is,
I reckon yours might be. Listen, come on, scope.
it's beautiful. His is better. Yeah, his
That looks, well, this looks really good.
Yeah?
So, yeah,
Next
look
one.
at it. It's gonna
Alright,
turn
so
into.
it's a machine fault, yeah?
He's getting ready from now, yeah? It's the cheese fault.
Make sure you're holding everything properly. Yeah.
Let's run through this, Jesus. Come on. It's the machine's fault. Okay, Qadr. Mine.
The paper's folded.
The paper got folded too much.
I didn't have breakfast today. Bismillah.
Okay, bismillah. You ready, yeah? So in one time. No second chances.
كانت يرقى عنها يرتب.
No, hold on, no, it's okay.
Okay, you got it. Nah, it's definitely not going to be better than this.
You never know.
Believe in your own source, yeah? Okay.
You ready? Okay. There's yours. What do you think?
I don't know what we see here.
Yeah?
What is this?
Wait.
These are not my.
I am not gonna lie
Hearts?
to
Are
you.
they hearts?
I have no clue what that is.
So,
You know
where's
what?
your one? Let's see your
No,
one.
it's a bit dead. No, it's actually, it came out nicer than I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That is,
Wait.
even if you told me to explain that now,
No, it still looks.
You want.
Students, I don't
Hafza,
judge.
you have to be honest.
you have to vote.
Can we get serious now?
You have to vote.
Don't judge my students.
Listen, you have to.
I'm always about.
No, but art is subjective.
Yeah.
It's, okay,
So
it's-
this is your
okay,
interpretation, and this is his
Okay,
interpretation.
in that case,
So
it's not which is better. It's which is closer to the likeness
To the, yes.
of the scope logo.
To the scope logo.
okay, I'll
Get the
this,
scope
this
plug
one,
out.
This one looks
Get
more
the picture.
closer.
Closer. Okay, you heard it here, yeah? From the
That looks
professionals.
closer. But this is still a good attempt.
No, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
I think because maybe here it was a bit wider. That's all. But
That's how it looks
otherwise,
like on the
everything
scope
else.
Logo.
Excuses. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're coming
This
with
looks
bare
better.
excuses, bro.
But this is-
Bare
get the
excuses,
scope logo
bro.
out now.
No, they're both. Well, congratulations. Well done. They're both very good.
Nah, congratulations to me. Thank you.
I want to thank me.
I just want to say, I want to thank my mom, my dad. It's a great day for me.
As flies to wanton boys, we are for the gods.
Hi, my name is Hafza Yusuf. I am a textile print designer based in London, and I design textiles inspired by my Somali heritage and culture. I've always wanted to do art, and I was always a creative child. When I was young, I studied arts and craft throughout my whole school career. So in college and also in university, I did a BA in textile design at the CAS School of Art, Architecture and Design. And then after that, I went into art education until I was able to finally take the step to have my own art studio today. Last year, I moved into my studio and I was so grateful to have that opportunity, and I wanted to give back to the community. So I started to volunteer at the Exeter Women's Centre, working with Somali women, teaching them art and design. And ever since then, I've now working with different Somali communities across London, teaching the Somali grandmothers art. So it's something that I really love doing, and I'm so grateful to have found that. And also another reason why I got into it is because my parents are very involved with the community. So my dad, he's very involved in the community works and stuff like that, so it just kind of naturally came along. When I started working with the Somali AAs, teaching them art and design, I started sharing it online, and then subhanAllah, the response was absolutely amazing, and it really touched people to see grandmothers doing art, because it's something that they don't have the chance, or they haven't found a way to explore it. And a lot of them, mashallah, they're very, very creative. And I feel like also arts and crafts is something so within our culture is forgotten, especially within our elderly, because Somali culture has a huge rich history of arts and crafts. And this is some of the work actually that I've done with the women. So how did this piece of work is a work produced a Somali Ayayo, mashallah, with batik painting. Again, it's her first time doing batik, but you can see how skilled she is. So it's kind of just giving them that opportunity to express themselves and to get back in touch with their creativity, which they already had, to be honest. So yeah. Alhamdulillah, I was really lucky to have, my parents are very supportive in my my whole career. And obviously you do hear things from the community saying, oh, what is this, it's a waste of time. But if those who you really love, if they care about what you're doing and they support you, then that's what that matters really. And I would say, yeah, just be firm on your decisions. Don't hear all of that, just be focused and be determined, and you reach anything. So I recently designed a collection inspired by my East African heritage, like Somali Hididakhan. So here, this is a piece here. So as you can see, this is the traditional Somali Hididakhan, and I transformed it to a print introducing my floral patterns. Again, it's the same colors. I wanted to stay true to the traditions by using the same colors, the textures as well of the weave. But also adding my signature floral design. So all of this is hand painted. So this is my original painting, some of my original painting, and then I digitally work on it and then I print it onto fabric. So the whole process is in London and it's handmade, but most importantly I wanted to do this collection to celebrate the beauty of Somali textiles. And again, it's something I feel is forgotten, or we don't celebrate as much as it needs to be. So growing up, I would say the hardest part was not having a network of creatives, Somali creatives, or that I knew, because I was the only person studying creative subjects, Somali, at the time. But now, mashallah, there's so many. But at the time, that's something I struggled with, and as you know, studying, networking, and people just giving you that advice is so helpful. So yeah, I think that's the hardest thing. But I would say just create, and then I had to start from scratch, basically creating my own network and finding out things on my own, whereas someone else might know someone or designed barata or something like that, or someone in their family. But yeah, that's one thing I think growing up. I would say if you're passionate about something, go and do it, and be determined and have patience. I think the design process is a long process, and you need a lot of patience. And I know I keep saying that, but wallah, it's true, because So for me, when I graduated, I was working in art education for like 4 years. But doing that, I was still exploring my own creativity and textiles on the side. So yeah, just be determined, be focused, and just keep going. Like, don't expect instant results. Inshallah, I want to get into interiors as well. Like textile is so versatile, so it's not just fashion. It could be accessories, it could be packaging, it could be so many things. And I want Somali prints to go worldwide, inshallah. So that's what I want to do. That's a good question. How do I stay motivated? Having an end goal, having something to work towards at the end. I think that really pushes me, because it's just I've got a long way to go, and to achieve those goals is what keeps me really motivated. Not because of, and I would say anyone who wants to pursue something, because of the response, don't judge your success because of the response you're getting now. Be patient and keep going at it until, inshallah, you'll succeed. So the most important message I want to convey is have patience, believe in what you're doing, take the time to become an expert in whatever it is that you want to do. And also, for me personally, is having faith, because everyone has something to fall back on, or a foundation. So yeah, just believe in yourself, have faith in what you're doing, and keep living your dreams and chasing them.
Hafza, thank you so much for having us. Your studio was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
The workshop was amazing. We had such a good time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure having you guys, and it was so nice to show you, the behind the scenes and like a day of my life. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care and see you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.